Hello. Hi, welcome. Shoot, we messed up on the invitations. No people, I can tell not enough people got the emails. We're also having an email deliverability issue. I think a lot of people are not getting their emails. We're seeing that with our customer service thing. So anyway, we'll be back on track. Starting December, January, we're going to be in a good flow. So welcome to all of you. I'm just gonna give you a little warning. I am fairly burnt out. It's been a really hectic couple of weeks for me, and I am finally everything's landing in a really good way. And now that my body knows everything's safe, I'm really crashing. So just so you know, I might not seem like my normal self, or I might not be as peppy. And if that's, if you notice that, that's why. I still love you guys and I still want to be here for you guys. My energy is really drained and it's the end of the day for me. So anyway, I took myself to Hobby Lobby today and I got all sorts of arts and crafts and I had a nice artist way day. So I am taking care of myself. But yeah, just wanted to give you that little blurb. Okay, I see Kenithia's hand is up. So as always, share your wins. I think most of you guys know this last month has been really challenging for me. So customer service questions or like questions about the program and all that kind of stuff. We're answering those to you guys individually through email and through blast emails. So I just can't handle more of those questions right now. If you have questions about the program, if you have questions about your process, if you have questions about how to do something or you want to check in, that's what I'm here for. And I would love to hear your wins. When I walk away from these calls with I walk away with these calls with energy when I am with motivation to continue to work when I hear your wins. So just so you know, that's my love language. Okay, Kenithia.
Hey, go on your artist date. I've been through that book a couple times or attempted to
Well,
do the exercises, and it's really, really cool.
yeah,
Um, so I have a ton of wins, I feel like, and sorry I'm in the dark. I was planning on pulling over and I don't see a spot yet.
that's okay.
Um, but have tons of wins. I think I told you last time I got through some anger stuff, which I didn't really think I had access to, and it kept not happening, and it finally did, and that was really powerful. Also, I don't know if I shared, I finally was able to get to echoes, which I think I just had this block of like it wasn't going to work, or I couldn't remember, or whatever. And with some time and live calls, I think were difficult for me. I just I need more time to get there to
Mm,
the thing. So I figured out that with recorded ones or a little more time, like in an individual session, I actually can get there, and that's been really powerful. So
great.
lots of wins there. Um,
What have you noticed has changed since you started doing anger work?
I have had a lot of just like peace and ease and
Mm,
flow and a lot less judgment of myself.
mm,
Um, the last time I was with my family, it was just easy and not weird and awkward and all of the stuff that I've had the pattern of in the past. And even with a friend group that I had thought I felt really safe with, I noticed because there was a lack of it, I wasn't judging myself like, oh, she's more articulate than me, or she's got it more together than me, or something like that. Just a lot of that just had gone away.
God, these are issues that you could have gone to regular therapy or even done like regular tapping on would have taken you years to get through.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And I feel like also I don't weigh typically, so I don't really know, but I feel like I have released some weight, so that's been encouraging.
Awesome.
Um, just a lot of like, oh, this brought me to this, and this brought me to this. And I
Cool.
think that brings me to a question, which is I know you said we shouldn't like chase after something, but when something activates you, and you kind of go down to, I know this is more, there's more to this than the activation. Like there's something
Yeah.
from the past there. Like, do you follow that and try to do it? I mean, even though it's not food related.
Yeah, listen, I teach echo tapping is to empower you guys so that you can handle your life.
Yeah.
So, abso-fucking-lutely, if something
Okay.
activates you and you want to use the skills that you're learning in this program to help you resolve that, 100%.
Yeah.
When I say don't do that, it's when you're trying to lose weight, trying to get to the end of your food addiction, and you're like, well, I know that my mom was an alcoholic, and then you're tapping on memories of her being an alcoholic. That's
The office lamp off.
Hey guys, can you please mute yourself if you're on? Thank you. Um, so yeah,
Okay.
that's my
Okay. So
high level
just
answer. Yeah,
go,
100% do it.
go.
It just it don't if you're trying, you're making headway with your weight and with emotional eating and with your anger work and all of that. So yeah, absolutely. This is the time that if something activates you, use the tools that you've been learning.
Go
100.
after it. Okay. All right. Trying to think if there's anything else around that. I know when I was doing the anger work, there's this neighbor that had just kept activating me. And I finally realized when I was in the rage room that it was the last guy I dated. And then that led me to also, there's something about my dad there too. Um, and then since that session where I felt like I kind of went through like almost chronologically all the things in my life that I should have been angry about and didn't. But I don't think I've really got a good session on the big things. So where do you recommend I go to like kind of go back to that or
Wait, what do you mean you haven't had a good session on the big things? What does that mean?
the like the big T traumas. So I like all the little things.
That's what I'm saying. Don't go looking for those things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I
All
know it's tempting to want to do that, but just look for what aggravates you. Look for what
right.
activates you. So any kind of the frustration, overwhelm, anxiety, irritation, these are all words that we use on a regular basis that are symptoms of anger.
Okay.
So when you are going through your life, and if you're wanting to get to the big stuff, start with the little stuff. And then if the
Right.
big stuff comes up, great. I mean, I can tell you for sure, when I first started doing this, I tried to go find the end of my anger, and it just it wouldn't come up for me in the first year. So this was something that it might take you, I don't know when, I don't know. I don't think you can ever get to the end of your anger.
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't think it's like when it's like saying I'm gonna get to the end of my sadness.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So I also know too, if all of your rage and all of your anger came up in a week's time or in a month's time, you would be in a mental institution.
Right. Yeah.
I trust the minds and the bodies ability to navigate how much you're able to handle. And so don't push it. Like it sounds like you're having great success with the work
Yeah.
that you've been doing. So just know you have this in your back pocket forever. Like
Yeah.
you know how to do this. You don't need me to tell you how to do this anymore. Now you know, okay, when I'm angry or when I'm upset or when I'm frustrated, I can use this technique.
Right. So there are still a lot of body boundary violations, though. Should I go after those?
Though that's the exception to the rule,
Okay.
is that when you know that there's body boundary violations, you can list those out and then one by one tackle those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so
Okay. Yeah,
much.
you're so welcome. You're so
All
welcome.
right.
Yeah. And that's also something I'm going to be teaching in the holiday survival series that you guys all are invited to. I'm going to be doing a body boundary call, and then we're going to have Dawn, one of our new coaches, host a practice session for that. So I'll teach you guys how to do that in a group. We'll do it in a group all together. And then you'll have an extra class with somebody holding space for you to process that again if you want to, if you
Awesome.
don't have a
Awesome.
coach. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again, Brittany.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Hi, Tracy. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Um, Hi. Um,
Hi.
I have a question. I am working with Kat. She's my coach, and I've probably done 14 sessions with her.
Okay.
And long story short, I was
That's not
severely,
working for our company anymore. Do you know that?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
So I really like her though. So anyway, I was severely neglected as a child. I can't remember much of my childhood except for stuff that psychics have told me about my childhood because it's just a black, dark hole. So, and some other somatic people, I've spent a horrendous amount of money trying to fix myself and nothing
Tracy,
worked.
can you tell me your wins first? I'm sorry. I'm just losing my energy here and I need to hear your wins before I help you solve your problem. I'm
Um,
I know
I
that
don't have
I
any
know
wins.
that's
I
a
don't,
shift. You don't have
I
any.
don't, well, I guess my win, if you have to hear something, I've finished your Thrive program and your 6 week program,
Okay.
and
And
I'm stuck.
okay, so nothing happened for you? You wouldn't have had 14, you've had 14 sessions and nothing's changed?
No, well, I've gained 45 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so anyway, that's what I wanted your help because you're supposedly the magic wizard who
Okay.
has all the answers for everybody. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about is what is this magic cure for me?
Okay.
So
I need a lot
this,
more information, Tracy, if we're
okay,
going to diagnose
so
this.
this is my quick question. I'm not feeling safe. I'm like stuck in a closet or a crib, days old, and I'm not being pulled out. I don't feel safe enough to even start this work.
But you said you finished Thrive in the 6 week program.
I've done both of them.
But then you just said, I'm sorry, I'm just not understanding because then you said, I don't feel safe to do this work. So what is, I'm confused.
So I finished it, but nothing has changed except for I've gained 45 pounds and I'm unbelievably pissed off, angry, and I'm sick of hemorrhaging money on fixing myself. And
Okay.
nothing fucking works.
Tracy, so what are you doing in the one-on-one sessions? When you listen to the program, are you actually doing the tapping?
Yes.
Okay. What happens when you push food away?
Well, that's my problem is I can't feel my feelings.
Right.
And several, quite a few counselors have tried to get me to feel my feelings, but it's like I'm dead. It's
Okay.
like I'm not even a fucking person.
Okay.
So you're the magic wizard. Can you fucking help me, please?
Tracy, I'm really sorry you're going through this. I empathize a lot with you and I'm trying to help you, but I don't know that this is going to be the thing. I don't know that I can fix this in the 5 minutes that we have to talk right now.
I thought you were the magic wizard, though. You
Oh.
could like tap in and find somebody's problem and fix it.
Yeah, I can. I just think that there's a lot here. There's a lot more here. But if you come to these calls regularly, I can help you over time. I can't, like, this is the first time we've ever talked. You started off by saying I'm working with Kat, so it just caught me a little off guard and my defenses went up. And to be honest, I'm not getting anything right now from you. So and that's not to say like it won't come, but I just I can't fix all of your problems in just a few minutes. I can, as I get to know you, as you come to these calls, I can start to have a better sense of you. But most of the people that I help, I see them regularly on these calls. So because this is the first time we've met, I just need a little bit more time to get to know you. Um, Let me think about, okay, what one of the easiest and hardest, one of the most transformational techniques that you can do to help start feeling your body is anger work. And you are very frustrated right now. You're very anxious. You're very overwhelmed. Am I wrong in saying that? Right.
No, that's spot on correct.
Okay. So one of the easiest ways, and this is actually one of the biggest levers for change, is to start doing the anger work. How much of that have you done?
Quite a bit. I've been to a rage room. I've done quite a bit of that with Kat. Um,
Okay. And do you tap interchangeably when you're hitting pillows and screaming, then you're taking a pause and tapping, right? Okay, because
yeah,
that's the biggest difference. In a rage room, you can't really tap yourself while you're
yeah, no, you
right.
can't. You just beat on
Okay.
things.
Okay. So I think if you're going to work on anything yourself or with Kat, it needs to just be your anger and your frustration. You can start with I don't fucking feel anything, or you can start with I'm hemorrhaging money, or I've gained 45 pounds. You can start anywhere because the rage is activated within you. Um, the way you know you're done doing anger work is if you are exhausted or you start crying. If you stop when you feel energized, then you're activated. Okay. Um,
Okay.
so so that's what I would have you practice every fucking day as often as you can. Get really good, go to the Golden Vault, listen to the how to do anger work, listen to my call where I talk about it, remember all the ways that you can do it, but I want you to do the full kahuna rage as often as you can. It is I will like it's the one thing that if people don't do, they'll stay stuck forever. So I can analyze and we can say, oh, this, that, we can theorize shit, but um until you get into a really sorry, can everybody please mute themselves? Make sure you're muted. Um, I can't see everybody on my screen, so I don't know who's unmuted. So yeah, until if you are where are all the participants? There's no Tracy. Um, so yeah, that's what oh, sorry, Tracy, you're the one I was
No,
talking.
I'm here. I'm
Oh, maybe
here.
it was your background.
I'm here.
Okay, so yeah, so that's what I would do, and I mean that is really really life changing, and it sounds like there's lots of other things going on, but you just heard me talk about that with the first caller. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting your name. Um, and you just heard like how many things have changed because of her work there, and because of her work doing that. And so, that is across the board. Once you start and get and do anger work, your entire life can shift. So I'm not saying that you're going to lose all the weight, or not saying like you're going to be radically different in a month, but that is probably the biggest bang for your buck and the easiest thing. It's the hardest thing to do, it's the hardest thing to do, but you'll experience the most growth from it.
Okay. And still, like if I did some private sessions with you, I'm assuming you're like 2 grand a session or some god awful amount like that.
Tracy, I'm not taking any private one-on-one clients right now. I will offer a program earlier in the year for a group of people to work with me in a group. So you'll come and you'll do like kind of a group session. I'll work with you one-on-one, kind of like this, and we'll pick like 2 or 3 people to work with for that session. So that is a way that you could work with me in a group. It's not completely private, and you'll have to agree to be in. I'm doing a coach certification course, and I need some examples of how to do certain techniques. And so I just have to do a slew of training sessions. So yeah, so that is absolutely something that I can do with you in that group, and we'll send you guys will know about it once we're starting to promote it. So yeah, I don't have any space, unfortunately, to work with me privately one-on-one, but that is a way that you could do that if you wanted.
So start with the anger work, and that will help me feel my feelings and feel safer.
Probably, I don't ever know what the outcome is of of anger work. It's specific for everybody, but my guess would be that it would absolutely help you at least feel your feelings. I at least feel your feelings and probably feel more safe. I think feeling more safe is a bigger task. There's more to that, but certainly anger work can help you feel your feelings.
Okay, I'll try that. All right, thank
Also, I want you to realize that you don't completely not feel your feelings because you're very activated right now. And so I would say if you felt inside, if you felt your body inside, and if you looked at, there's something called the feelings inventory. You can get this on Google. If you get a feelings inventory and print that out, and when you're feeling something, if you're like, I don't know what I'm feeling right now, Tracy, that's super normal. Most people don't know what they're feeling right now, especially when they're triggered. But if you have this sheet of paper, keep it on your phone, you can look at the list and go, oh, I'm feeling this. And it'll give you, I don't know, 100 different emotions that you could possibly be feeling. That might help you. I think you just don't know the word to put on it, but I don't get the sense that you can't feel your feelings. I just think you're not used to pairing it with the word. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it's just been hard to push the food away because it just goes into a black hole. I
Yeah,
don't ever
that's
see it
okay. That's a
again.
totally separate issue, Tracy, and we'll talk about that next time. The black hole. I want you to do the anger tapping between now and
Okay.
then and start to feel your body. Even if you say, I can't feel anything, I'm totally numb, I don't know what I'm feeling. If you it just look at that, look at the list and see if there's a feeling that pops out to you. I guarantee you can feel, you're just not pairing it with a word.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, Nicole. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Whoever else wants, I'm going to stop at the end at the top of the hour here, but whoever else, just raise your hand so I know. Yeah, awesome. Okay, Nicole, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. My wins are I went away to Mexico on an all-inclusive and
Awesome.
it was and my cat died. And
Oh,
I
God.
know. And those who have pets understand how
No, my dog
painful.
just died. It's one of the reasons that I'm tanked right now. My dog of 13 years, I just had to put down 2 weeks ago. It's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my whole life.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
I'm
18
so
years.
sorry.
And I
Oh
was
my
in
God.
Mexico and then I hated Mexico and I hated
Oh
everything.
God, I can imagine.
But
So
my win
sorry.
was that I didn't go and bury my head in the food.
Oh, wow.
So that was so brilliant. And
Well
then
done.
I actually came back off that break and I'd been able to actually listen to myself and listen to my body. And I thought, oh, it's all inclusive, but I don't actually have to eat it all. And I stopped feeling guilty about throwing the food away. And I stopped feeling guilty about like wasting the food and everything. Anyway, I came back and I know I'd physically felt so much slimmer. I wasn't bloated. I felt good. And I think that's two things. I didn't overeat. I could only eat at specific times because I'd go and you have to go to a restaurant to get the food. And I drank a lot more, not alcohol, just drinks, quite a bit of alcohol, but not a lot. It's just
Okay,
more
liquid diet. I
liquid.
think there's nothing wrong with a liquid diet, babe,
Yeah,
when you're on
more liquid.
vacation.
Um, so when I came back, I felt so good, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is how I want to feel. I'm going to keep going like this. I'll be this size." Oh, and I was so happy about it. And then I know like there was a lot has been going on with the program and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I'm sat here and eating. I don't even know if you can see this. These are wasabi peas. They're awful,
Hmm.
and I'm sat here popping them, going, That's too hot. That's too hot," and still eating it.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why.
Well, okay.
And I'm full. I've just had half a mango I didn't need.
Okay. Well, it's well, how did you get to the point where you could go on vacation and not eat any food? What were you doing? What did you do to get to that point?
I was doing I was doing as many buddy tapping groups as I could,
Okay.
which really helped me because I'm such a lazy bitch when it comes to learning to do stuff. And I'm trying to go through the program, but I was trying to do the study group. With being in the UK, obviously, like, this is quite late for me. And once it goes to midnight and I'm working the next day, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't getting in enough calls and I wasn't getting in enough of the stuff that I like, the study and the lasers, but I was doing the buddies. And then when I came back, I've not done as many buddy groups, and there's been all different things going on, and
We don't have those going yet.
yeah, but I lost
Well, Nicole,
the
here's the thing.
regularity.
Here's the
That's what
reality is that we in this program, there's not a whole lot of tools that you need to learn. Ball of light is one. Sorry, you guys, can please make sure everybody's muted. Ball of light is one, echo tapping is another one, and anger work. Those are the three most important things to learn. Okay, do you think you can learn how to do just three things?
I think the ball of light, is that the craving?
That's the one for the cravings. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Really already
don't
know how to
really
do
need
that one.
that. I don't have a craving. I'm
Okay,
completely
great.
emotional
Okay. So
eater.
so anger tapping is almost self-explanatory.
Yes, I think that's the one I need to tackle because I don't let myself get angry.
Okay, so then you only have two techniques that you have to use that you have to learn. One of them is echo tapping and the other one is anger work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not even worry about anger work right now. Let's just worry about echo tapping. Okay.
Okay.
There's a resource. There's like go through the echo tapping module, listen to me do it, learn how to do it yourself. There's in the bonus section, there's me walking you through it. It's 15 minutes. You can pause it if you need more time. I'm walking you through step by step exactly how to do it. So you don't have to go to the classes. We will have those classes soon for you guys. I just need to get sorted on my end. We have the study group starting next week, so you'll have tapping there. I'm going to also include group integration calls with the coaches so that it's not just once a week with me. You'll have like, 2 calls a week if you want to choose to do that. So yeah, but if you don't learn how to do echo tapping, you can't just rely on a buddy call because all they're doing is they're just tapping on emotions. They're not doing, from what I understand, they're not doing the processes. They're just tapping on what's up for them, which is not what I teach in my programs. What I teach in my programs is specific to help people overcome food addiction. So you have to understand those techniques, and they're all self-applied. So it's built so that at 2 a.m., if you're up and you want to go to the refrigerator, there's not a buddy call, you know what to do to empower yourself to stop it. So you've been in the program long enough to know that like, hey, you can go through all the modules if you want, but let's just have you focus on this one. Just listen to the one emotional eating, listen to how I do it with other people, listen to me explain it, and then practice that with me. You don't even have to remember how to do it. You just practice, push play, go through it with the P's right now. I mean, you're in it right now, sounds like. Go through it with the P's right now, and then you can answer your question. You can answer why, because I don't know why, but I know how to guide you so that you can figure out why. And that's more empowering than me telling you why.
Yeah, but I'm lazy. I would like you to tell me.
I know. You know what? Yeah. I think everybody would prefer
I
that.
get you.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's
So echo
that's
in
the easiest. That's the easiest way, other than me plugging something into your brain. That's the easiest way that we've got right now.
so the echo tapping is in the emotional eating part, is it?
Yeah, it's
Module.
emotional eating.
Okay.
Yeah. And then go to the bonus section. It's called the binge eliminator. That's me walking you through. It's probably in the emotional eating section too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, Saku, I see your hand up. I'm just going to turn on my AC really quick because it's hot in Texas still. Oh my God. Oh.
Hi, good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you
Oh.
are. This is my first call. I just joined the program a week ago officially, and it's
You sent me
been,
a Voxer, right? Didn't you send me a Voxer?
yes, I
Oh,
did.
good. Okay, yeah. I was thinking I recognized your name. Cool.
And I guess I think you want to lead with wins. So I
Yes.
think the biggest win for me, I took your webinar maybe a week or two before I joined, a week before I joined, and you were working on the weight loss blocker, clearing your plate, right? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I apologize. And that really wasn't something I had as a child. But I went through the process. I had chocolate. Chocolate's my drug of choice, and I threw it away. and then you asked us to work with the ball of light and the experience of where that love was with someone at the time that I was eating that. And I didn't have that memory, but I
Okay.
did have a memory of two different things that kind of got merged. One was being in a place where I felt so safe and so loved as a child. And in
Mm,
that place, they had a bakery and they made the best chocolate chip cookies and right. And I remember also that there were times when that feeling of love and safety was so strong in me that I would like get the zooms, right? I just want to run around and I had all this energy. And that was what I remembered I felt when I ate chocolate was the feeling of safety and grounding. And
mm,
so now in my life, that's what I go to when I feel overwhelmed, when I feel unsafe. I go back to that food. So in that webinar, instead, I think you asked us to look at the person or the thing that you connected to that moment of feeling good when you ate the food. And I instead connected to, I pulled out of the food safety
great.
and I said, I am safe. And then I remembered the space I was in and who I was with when I felt so safe. And I just kept sharing that sense of safety back and forth.
Perfect.
Since I did that, I have not eaten chocolate really. Like I have not binged chocolate.
Oh,
It is really quite phenomenal. Like
that's awesome.
unheard of almost in my entire lifetime. So, but the question I wanted to bring into the room is that you know how I'll speak to me when I like set intentions, right? I'm ready. I'm gonna go out for a walk today. I'm excited about it. I even got my clothes out, and I will invariably not do it. It's
Mm,
like there's some part of me that says, I'll do it later. Maybe a little bit. I don't know what it is, but I will self-sabotage that. Or I'll say, um, I'm going to make sure that one of the things sleep is an issue for me. And when I go to sleep, right? And so sometimes I'll say, oh, I'm going to stay up, I'll go to bed later. Even these good intentions I have, I want to self-sabotage. And I
yeah.
don't know why, because in my spirit, I feel very connected and excited about doing that thing.
Yeah. I get that. You know what? I would say that's probably one of the biggest things that people struggle with. And it was definitely one of my biggest struggles, and it's something I still have to fight. What I found with self-sabotage is that it never truly goes away. The self-sabotaging behavior, I haven't figured out a way to make it go away in all aspects of life. I have figured out how to make it go away so that it doesn't affect your weight anymore, but I haven't figured out, like, I'm working on money and success and visibility for me. And what I find is like new level, new devil. So like new level, then my saboteur comes up. So one of the ways that we address it for weight is by doing anger tapping. And if you don't have cravings, like if cravings isn't a big issue for you, I don't know that I would want you to dive straight into anger work at this point, because you just started. Like, get some wins under your belt with the echo tapping, pushing the food away, doing the ball of light. Focus on those two things first, because what will happen is these things will start to work really well. Like you
Mm,
said, I haven't had chocolate since I did that session.
mm,
So
mhm.
when you start to notice more wins like that, or when your pants start fitting looser, that's usually when self-sabotage comes up. But then we have a technique for that, and then we can address it in that moment.
Okay, thank you. I want to be clear, it's not that I haven't had any chocolate. It's that I've had a piece of chocolate and then been done.
Exactly.
Right. So I've gone days without having a dessert. And then I went out to dinner the other night with a friend and I shared a dessert. And I
And
felt completely
that's
full.
living life. That's living
Yeah.
life, right? That's how it should be. It shouldn't be these hard and fast rules. So yeah, you're doing great. And just know that that information is here. It's in one of the later modules, and I can guide you to that once you're ready. But I don't think I would want you to start there.
Okay. So you had, when we did Vox, you had asked me to focus on the list of all of my craving
Yeah.
foods. And so is it literally, just so I'm clear of how to proceed, is it literally like, okay, I like Oreos, I
Yeah.
like M&Ms, every single food.
Every single one. Every
Okay.
single one. I know it's crazy. I had 50 when I started.
Okay. And if it's not a food that I always go to, but like if I start eating some Cheez-Its, that tends to be like the box, right? Or like half the box and another. So anything where it becomes like, just constantly wanting to eat that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Math module two. If you want to go straight there, just go to module two.
And it doesn't matter if it's a healthy, quote unquote, healthy food, like if it were nuts or if it were grapes.
Nuts aren't that healthy. If you eat more than a handful of nuts, it's like 800 calories. It's not, nuts aren't healthy. They're considered a health food, but if you eat 6 or 7 of them, not if you eat them by the handful.
Okay.
So yeah, and notice sometimes with things like that, you like notice what you like about it. You might like the crunch, or you might like the creaminess, or you might like the, I don't know. There might usually with nuts and with healthy food. I had somebody that craved apples really bad. She didn't love the apples. She loved the crunchiness of the apples.
Yes.
So yeah, but yeah, if you listen to those modules and do that exercise, you'll get really far.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Okay, Mary, I saw your hand up. Daphne and then Sherry, and that's probably all we'll have time for today. Hi, Mary.
Hi there, access. You said do the foods that you want to overeat on, and then access on the part of the food that you will like so much, like the salt on chips or
Yeah, that's in the craving module. So that's how to work with cravings and do the ball of light.
okay. Because I haven't really had cravings. I mean, I've gone through the craving modules. I haven't really had that many cravings,
Some
but
people don't. Some people don't. If you're more of just like a any food will do kind of
yeah,
here, okay, then just jump right to the emotional eating module.
and I have done that, and it has helped a lot. I've lost 23 pounds. I'm yay.
Dang,
Um,
that's
I
awesome,
can
Mary.
now go out to eat and have a couple bites of dessert. I don't have to have the whole dessert. I don't watch what everybody else eats and wants to take more of it. It's not living incestuously in my head anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
It's amazing. And I wanted to share that win. And I
Thank
want to say that,
you.
40 years ago, I had a black hole of a memory. I was born at age 8. It
Oh,
happens.
I
you know,
totally,
and
yeah.
and I'm just hoping that people who have that kind of black hole gently proceed with themselves because they
Mhm.
weren't gently proceeded with pre-age 8.
Totally.
And I feel for people who are in that position. But
Mm.
anyway, I just wanted to give you my win.
Thanks.
And I mean, it's the holiday. And my biggest thing with the holiday is that when I'm with a group of people, if they're eating, I still want to eat. Doesn't matter what, I just want to eat.
Oh, okay. So that's exactly what we're going to cover on the first class of the holiday series.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So come to that and we're going to talk about it and we're going to tap on it together. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Cool.
great. Thank you.
All right. You're so welcome. Okay, Daphne.
I think I'm unmuted, right?
Yeah, you are. I can hear you. We have
Okay.
time for a couple more people if you want to raise your hand. I thought Mary was going to have more to ask, but she was sharing her win, which I'm super, super appreciative, Mary. Thank you so much. So anyway, if
Well,
anyone else has another question or wants to get their question in, we have time. Okay, back to you, Daphne.
no problem. So this is my first time being on a live call, and I'm about 2 weeks old into this program. And so my simple win is being here. I am so
Well done.
thrilled
That is hard.
to understand how things are going. And so I am getting it. And I wanted to share also that in doing this, part of it is having it be a part of my regular routine. Putting something new into a busy, full schedule like most of us have has been very challenging for me. And I think that's part of the self-sabotaging. So you've addressed some of that already. But Saku and Mary also shared some wins that I would identify with very much so. And this is more of maybe just the encouragement of get through something new, learning new things, the things that you've been sharing today in terms of being self-empowered. That was really good for me to hear because I wasn't prepared for that. Um, and
Yeah,
so having that buddy and having somebody walk through this with me and identifying, I think her name was Nicole, that I'm kind of lazy. I want somebody to tell me what's the next step,
totally.
particularly when you have something new. And so I'm wanting, my question is to you, do you have any really pearls of wisdom for us brand new people who are
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
in terms of how to make this more a part of our life? When, at the age of 61, I've been doing things my way. I'm a business owner. I do it my way. I'm a lousy employee, et cetera, et cetera. So just
totally. I can
if
relate
you,
to that. Yeah. So the best way to do that is to just start with one thing. So what's the biggest, let's just start problem solving. So what's the biggest thing that you struggle with? Is it cravings? Is it emotional eating?
it's habitual eating. I eat when I'm bored.
Okay.
I eat when I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Okay.
I have poor wind down rituals. So
Okay.
that's probably my place. If I'm not, eating something to grab finger foods
Yeah.
and winding down, I'm bored.
Great. Okay. So then all I want you to do is listen to the emotional eating module
Mhm. Okay.
and go through that. You and Nicole actually should be buddies, I think. Why don't you and Nicole set up a call and listen to it together? It's just so that you have the accountability with each other. Okay. So listen to the call, just push play and both listen to it at the same time. Watch me do the case study. Listen to me do the case study with the people. I also answer all the Q&A questions. And then both of you guys think and then do it together. Actually, pull out the recording of me walking you through it and then do it together. It's the same process, it's the same sequence. You do it the same exact way every single time. So what that will do is it will empower you to listen. You're not going to use it every time. It sounds like you're kind of like a snacker, like a grazer, like a daily
Mhm.
grazer. Okay. So
Mhm.
at first, this is going to be really hard for you to choose to not eat the food. Okay, to choose to do the technique instead of eating the food is going to be really, really hard. Here's a tip though that I didn't know when I recorded the program. If you when you first start, especially when you're brand new, when you first start doing this, your brain does not want you to do the techniques because it knows on a deep level that the techniques will work. And your brain is protecting you from something, from safety or from danger. It thinks it's protecting you from danger. So, what you can do instead is you can start to eat. And if you know you're eating when you're not really hungry, you can start to eat, just eat slowly, and then start to do the tapping while you have food in your mouth. This will calm a part of you and it kind of tricks your brain into thinking that it's going to get what it wants. But then you start to do when you start to do the push the food away process, the desire for the food goes down and it will become less and less. So the hardest part in the beginning is that negotiation to do the technique instead of eat the food. So if that's all you did for the next month is just got really good at doing that, you would have some major, major wins in 30 days from now.
As you can see, just even the thought of that makes me get emotional.
Oh yeah, Daphne. Okay. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad I gave you that tip then. Because yeah, you're gonna have to be really kind and really gentle with yourself. And um one of the tricks that I used is I told myself, okay, we're just going to try this. And if it doesn't work, you can still eat the food.
So here I can share with you. I did a 6-week program first, and then came into this and pushed aside the 6 weeks. And I think I've only done like 17 or 29% of the program, but had amazing, amazing breakthroughs in some of the pre-recorded seminars that I participated in. And it's not a question the science behind this is so rock solid. And it's not a question of it will work. It's a question of me just developing new habits.
Totally.
And I think also I had one session with my coach already, and one of the things that we didn't discuss it, but I think I recognized was a sincere and authentic, complete forgiveness to myself of anything. And I really thought that I was pretty good at that. Um, I don't think so. So I think that's going to be an area of working on in terms of allowing myself to truly experience my full being,
Yeah.
my whole person. And I am exceedingly confident that I can and will do this. It's just this beginning part. So I really thank you for, I am an emotional eater. Um, the cravings I don't really resonate with too much, but the emotions I do. And that's what food does for me, is fill that void. And I'm recognizing how much, how
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say since bumping into you, I've cried more than I have probably my whole life is what it feels like.
Oh,
Um, and so I think that's a good thing.
I'm honored. It is a great thing. I am honored to be that person. In the coach certification, when you're learning to be a certified coach, one of the things, uh,
Mm.
one of the biggest joys that you experience when you first start working with somebody is when they have a breakthrough and there's tears, because that's when the pattern has really shifted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, there's definitely pattern shifted, because even in completing only 29% of a 6-week course, I've had successes. So
Yeah.
I'm working really hard on not beating myself up, on not doing more, but knowing that I will get better, and knowing that it'll unfold in the time that it's supposed to.
And I think I forget what the exact saying is, but it's something like, um, you will do this when the pain of the problem becomes greater than the pain of doing the solution of the task in front of you, right?
Right,
So you
right,
do this, you've spent a lot of money, you've invested time, the pain is there, the pain is greater than the pain of actually doing it. And so I think just reminding yourself of why you're doing this, and why, like, what the outcome is for you, I think is also really helpful too. It's just, sometimes we just need to be really desperate in order to do this stuff, which I know, I mean, that this was created out of desperation in me for a
hmm
solution, because I hated feeling out of control around food.
Yeah, yeah, I can identify with that. I will say that is a huge, huge success for me. Someone mentioned, I can't remember who it was, just that automatic and insidious thinking about food all the time. That is less, so much for me. And so that's part of what really moves me forward, is if I'm not thinking about food and what other people are thinking about my food intake or lack of food intake, or am I being socially appropriate, or am I being kind, and can I refuse that and not hurt somebody's feeling? All those thoughts that you have constantly
Yeah.
are dissipating.
Great. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So
So
great. I mean, just
yeah.
imagine, the thoughts you'll have and the things you can create in your life with all that space in your brain.
Well, Jimmy shared that with me too. He said, I wish I could just catapult you 6 months forward. You will be so thrilled. He says either you won't sleep tonight, or you'll sleep like a baby because you don't have anything to worry about. So it was I'm very excited.
Good. Good. That's great. Awesome. Thank you for raising your hand, and thanks for being here, Daphne.
Thanks.
All right. All right. And you and Nicole message each other and go through that module together. Okay. Hi, Sherry.
Hello, I have a question. I kind of had this feeling right from the beginning of coming into the program months ago that this was my issue. And don't know where to go with it yet.
Okay.
And I apologize to others who've been in buddy groups with me where I brought this up, and I just don't feel like it's really been addressed exactly the way I need it. And my issue is more than food. I mean, I have eaten to fill voids and emptiness, but and I'm rearranging my relationship with food, but I don't really have the cravings, and even emotional eating isn't quite as big a deal for me. It feels like it's about safety. It feels like and it has to do with pre-verbal stuff. And like I wrap bubble wrap around me to protect myself.
Okay.
And I've actually had 2 different incidents come up in the last 3 weeks or so where I've had memories from being one, and they were not horrible big T trauma things, but it was how I interpreted it as a baby, and not realizing that I actually was going to get food and I wasn't going to be allowed to starve to death, or that things weren't as bad in a normal situation, but I couldn't understand that then. How do I work with feeling safe about the world and dealing with my pre-verbal neglect issues, emotional neglect?
That's in the Thrive program and the 6-week program. I know in the 6-week program, it's the last module, I believe, or the 5th module.
Okay.
I don't know which number it is in the Thrive program, but we have a whole module on that. So the way, just high level, the way that I dealt with it was forcing myself to fast. We do this. I did this exercise we called lettuce for dinner, which
that's what triggered it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's okay. So then you just want to go through, just do that exercise. And I mean, really all it is echo tapping, just with a different setup, right? So it's gonna trigger different things than the emotional eating does. So if you have pre-verbal childhood hunger, deprivation is going to be a big problem for you. And so intentionally depriving yourself is really fucking hard. But it's definitely something that you don't have to do very much, like maybe 1 or 2 sessions to get to the root of that.
And I'll eventually feel safe.
Yeah. If that's what's causing it, then yeah. I mean, if that's what's causing it, this whole program is built around helping you feel safe. So there's so many different ways that we feel unsafe, especially just being women in the world. You know, we're raised to feel unsafe. We are raised in an unsafe world, or with unsafe parents usually. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to give you total full safety. I mean, I don't think there's ever that option to feel complete safety all the time, but I think it'll help you definitely stop overeating. It will help you stop snacking. It will give you the ability to, if you tell yourself you're not going to eat at 7 p.m. anymore for the night, that you'll be able to stick to that. What else? If you get to the end of this program and you want to start doing, okay, I'm only going to eat during these 12-hour windows, which is, also super healthy for people. It'll help you stick to that and not feel, overwhelmed or get anxious about not eating during certain periods of time. So.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
I guess I'm still looking for some magic sauce beyond what I've done, but I think it's just doing it some more.
Yeah. I think you just need to do it. Yeah, you have to do it multiple. Some people have to do it multiple times. I only had to do it a couple of times, but I didn't have that one super strong. So it was
right.
I mean, some people have to do the clean your plate one hundreds of times before they really can change that. So everybody's different. So if that one's a really big one for you, don't be afraid to repeat it over and over again.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Mary, did you had your hand up again?
I just wanted to reiterate that it's so important to have people outside of our calls that we can tap with, and that we can send a text to and say, I'm tapping today, or I'm sad today. I mean, having buddies and that support has been huge for me. So I really hope people who are just starting or who are feeling stuck find someone that they can connect with. I've got 2 that I can connect with, and it's helping me in an amazing way. That's all. I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that.
Thank you. Yeah, we are going to make that, we're going to make that like a more seamless part of the program rather than just like, hey guys, find a buddy. We're gonna like systematize that a little bit better. So we just need a couple of months to figure all of that out and to get the tech behind it because there's a lot of tech involved with that. But yes, I agree. That is a big part of this. That's why, you know, if you meet somebody or um Nicole and where'd she go on the screen? You guys are gonna Nicole and Daphne, you guys are gonna connect. So yeah, if you don't know somebody, if you don't already have a friend here, you can post in the chat, post your phone number, post in the Facebook group. That's probably better. Post in the Facebook group, maybe do a photo of yourself, your name, your time zone, and just like a little bit about you and that you're looking for a buddy, and then you can connect with somebody, and you guys can go through the program together, you can tap together, you can just do daily check-ins. Yeah, and there'll be more resources for how to work with buddies as we continue.
Yeah, having that support of another person really helped make me feel more safe.
I
And,
bet.
you know, safety is a big thing with me.
I
So
bet.
I can't tell you how important it is, folks.
And also it's easier to tap when you know somebody else is there too. I mean, I have the same thing. Like even if I'm tapping on myself, but I know my friend is sitting next to me and she's tapping, even if we're working on my thing, I can go deeper with my own work than I can if I'm just by myself. So that's often yeah, a benefit of tapping with somebody. Okay, thank you for the call today, ladies. It was so good to check in, and thank you for your patience. We're going to get better at just like notifying you guys. I'm sorry for the last minute post in Facebook group. I didn't realize that the Q&A call wasn't posted in there. And I know a lot of you aren't receiving your emails, so that's something we're trying to fix, but the Google gods are making it almost impossible for us to get emails in your inbox. So I apologize though. We will have the rest of the calls posted in the group so that you have access to them. Okay, have a fantastic rest of your day and rest of your week. And don't forget the call on Monday starts, I think it's at 2 p.m. It's either 2 or 6 p.m. on Monday. That is posted in the Facebook group. So that's the first call of the holiday series. So I hope to see you guys there. Okay, take care, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.